This lecture, I am going to discuss about electric circuit. Okay. This is chapter 9, electric circuit and current electricity for class 8 science. Watching us, discussing this topic, we need to know about electrical circuit. Then we are going to draw some electrical circuit by applying some simple tools. Okay. So let's start. Electric circuit. Say boys and girls, electric circuit is the main keyword of electricity. That is the complete path of electricity. Say boys and girls, this is a resistance. These are the connecting wire, this electrical cell, and then this key or switch. Then this is electrical wire. So I can say that this point A, this point B, electrical cell is electromotive force or battery or cell, this B, and switch is known as key K. This is a complete path. Is it a complete path? No, it's not a complete path. This is a disconnected switch. If I connect this switch, then there is a complete path. So since this is a complete path of electricity, so this path is called circuit. So when you make a complete path, when you exceed force, then you can say that that complete path is known as electric circuit. So electric circuit is nothing but, boys and girls, electric circuit is nothing but the complete path of electricity. The complete path of electricity. Now, boys and girls, the definition of circuit is the complete path of electricity is called electric circuit. So electric circuit means the complete path of electricity. Okay. Now we need to draw electrical circuit. So before drawing electrical circuit, we need to know about some tools of electrical circuit. So in next step, we are going to discuss about some tools of electric circuit. Okay. Now boys and girls, in this circuit you see, at first I am drawing this zigzag path, and this zigzag path is nothing but is called resistance. So resistance, at first name, then symbol, then symbol in circuit. Then symbol in circuit. Okay. So in first case, I need to start resistance. Boys and girls, already you know that, you see that the symbol of this resistance is capital R. The symbol of this resistance is capital R. So capital R, this is the symbol of this resistance, and the symbol in the circuit, this is the symbol in the circuit. Boys and girls, this resistance is called fixed resistance. So in next step, I am going to draw variable resistance. That is especially the regulator, rheostat, those are called variable resistance. So variable resistance. variable resistance, that is also capital R, and the symbol is, this is the symbol of variable resistance. Boys and girls, this is the symbol of variable resistance. So you can touch this point, this is called jockey, or this just like a pen point. You can touch this point, jockey, at this point, and at different point. Okay, that's why this resistance is called variable resistance. In next step, we need some electric wire. So these are the electric wire. These are the electric wire. So electric wire. Electric wire. There's a symbol, specific symbol of electric wire. But in the circuit, a straight line is the symbol of electric wire, and this is especially the disconnected electric wire. Especially the disconnected electric wire. The next step, electric cell. Electric cell. So cell and battery. There is a difference in between them. In next step, electric battery. Electric battery. There is a difference in between cell and battery. Cell is just like a cell of animal body. It is a cell. Cell of plant's body. It is a cell. But battery, for the case of animal or plant's body, battery is a concept just like tissue. Tissue means some collection of cell is called tissue. So battery, just like that tissue, is a collection of some cell or electrical cell. So electrical cell is the unit of electric power. Electrical cell is the unit of electric power. Okay, so cell is denoted by E. Battery is also denoted by E. But cell is the just one positive term and another is negative side. Is only one unit. You see, there are 3 units here. 1, 2, 3. This is the first unit. This is the second unit. As the third unit. There are 3 units there, and in between these 3 units, cell contain only 1 unit. One is the larger arm is called positive terminal, and the smaller arm is called negative terminal. So this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. And the battery is combination of some cell is called battery. So this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. In next step, the very important things, that is electric switch. What? That is electric switch. So electric switch. Electric switch. So electric switch is symbolized by key, because key or switch, those are the same thing. Key and switch, those are the same property, same thing. Okay. Electrical switch is normally symbolized by this tapping switch or this connected path. You can say that the tapping switch, you can tap here and tap here. So when you tap here, this switch is on, is connected. When you do this stage is called disconnected stage, or is also called no electricity flows through this circuit or any kind of circuit. Okay. Now, by using this instrument, especially I'm going to use here resistance, here electric battery, here switch, and also electric wire, boys and girls, and also electric wire. I'm going to draw an electrical circuit here, a very simple electrical circuit. So the next step, I'm going to draw a very simple electrical circuit. Okay, so a simple electric circuit, a simple electric circuit. So simple electric circuit. And that is, boys and girls, at first this is a resistance R, this is a positive terminal of the battery, and this switch is connected with the resistance R. This point is called point A, and this point is called point B. This battery, electromotive force E, and this switch, that is K. Boys and girls, this is a very simple electric circuit. And in the battery, I can say that this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. When I turn on this switch, then what is happening here? Boys and girls, when I turn on this switch, then I can say that this positive terminal of the battery produce electric current. I repeat, produce electric current and also supply electric current. So electric current flows in this direction. In this direction flows electric current. First thing, and second thing, in this direction voltage flows. Remember, in this path, this is a convention. In this path, boys and girls, at first electric current flows. Secondly, in this path, electric voltage also flows. And in this direction, boys and girls, in this direction only negative charge like electron will flow. So I can say that in this path electric current I flows through this direction. Electric current I flows through this direction. Okay, so this is a positive terminal, supply electric current, and this electric current flows in this direction, in this direction, in this direction, and finally at the end of this battery. Okay, so boys and girls, all of you, thank you very much and keep watching. Thank you. Boys and girls, I'm going to start a new topic for class 8 in physics part, that is electric current. Before know electric current, at first we need to know about electrical charge. So my first question is here, what is called electric charge? So electrical charge is a special property of any matter. Electrical charge is a special property of any matter, which is also called the fundamental and characteristics property. So I can say that the fundamental, mental and characteristics property of any matter is called electric charge. Electric charge. Electric charge mainly two types. Number one, positive charge, and number two, negative charge. So I can say that electrical charge basically two types. Number one, positive electrical charge, and number two, negative electrical charge. Now, my main topic is what is called current electricity. Say, boys and girls, this is a electric wire. This is electric wire. I insert the wire, say, from point A to point B. Q amount of charge passing through in this direction, and to pass Q amount of charge, the required time is t second time. Okay, it will take for passing Q amount of charge through this electrical conductor. So I can say that in t second time, the amount of electrical charge that is passing through this conductor is Q. So in 1 second time, the amount of charge flows through this conductor is Q divided by T. So Q divided by T, and this term is called current electricity or electric current, and that is denoted by I. So I is called current electricity or electric current. Then I have to give the definition of electric current or current electricity. So what is called electric current? Electric current is the rate of flow of electric charge. Electric charge is called electric current. So electric current I will equal to here Q divided by T. In next segment, I have to know what is the unit of electric charge. Boys and girls, from class 7, you already know the unit of electrical charge is coulomb. C-O-L-O-U-M-B, coulomb. And the unit of time is second. So the unit of electric current will equal to Q by S. So in this segment, I can say that coulomb per second. In short, this coulomb per second is called ampere. So A is called ampere. A-M-P-E-R-E. Finally, I can say that ampere is the unit of electrical current. So the unit of electrical current is here ampere. In next segment, I need to know what is called 5 ampere current or something like this. Now boys and girls, my next question, what is called 5 ampere current. Boys and girls, I can say that current I will equal to here Q divided by T. Q is here electrical charge and T is here time. And the division format of this Q by T will equal to 5. I repeat, the division format of this Q by T will equal to 5 ampere. So, before explaining this 5 ampere current, I can say that electric current will equal to electric charge divided by time. Electric charge divided by time. Now, electrical current is represented by capital I, electrical charge is capital Q or small q, and time is T. Now, the division format here must be 5 ampere. I repeat, the division format must be here 5 ampere. So, if I say that after 1 second time, if 5 coulomb charge flows through the conductor, I repeat, if I say that after 1 second time, 5 coulomb charge flows through the conductor, then boys and girls, then the division format here 5, here coulomb per second, and this coulomb per second will equal to ampere. We already know this. This coulomb per second will equal to ampere, so I can say that here 5 ampere current. Now, boys and girls, we need to explain this by statement or by giving some statement here. Okay, we need to explain this. If I say this mathematical equation language, I can say that 5 ampere current, or by 5 ampere current, you can say if in 1 second time 5 coulomb charge flows through a conductor, then the related electrical current is equal to 5 ampere. I repeat, the related electrical current is here 5 ampere. So 5 ampere electrical current means inside any conductor in 1 second time 5 coulomb charge flows through. 5 coulomb charge flows through. Okay? So in statement you can say that by 5 ampere electric current we can say that in 1 second time 5 coulomb charge flows through any conductor. Okay? Now, in next segment, I need to know how can I calculate electrical current. So, my next topic is here, how can I calculate this? Say, boys and girls, this is an electrical wire, this is point A and this point B, and from point A to point B, here, say 10 coulomb charge flows for 3 second time. I repeat, 10 coulomb charge flows for 3 second time. So this 10 coulomb charge is a positive charge. Here, given this 10 coulomb charge, this is a positive charge. Okay, and this positive charge flows in 3 second time. So calculate electric current. We need to calculate here the amount of electric current passing through this conductor. Okay. At first, we need to write down some given information here we can say that given that now here charge Q will equal to 10 coulomb is given here. In next step, here the time t will equal to 3 second time. I repeat, here the time t, it will equal to 3 second time. Now I have to calculate the amount of current I. So amount of current will equal to what? So we know already that amount of current I will equal to Q divided by T. I repeat, amount of current I will equal to here Q divided by T. So Q is here 10 coulomb, and then T is here 3 second time. So T is here 3 second time. So after dividing this term, you can say that the current will equal to here 3.33 ampere current flows through this conductor. 3.33 ampere current flows through this conductor. Okay? So by this procedure, we can solve a mathematical problem to calculate electric current. Now, we need to know about the classification of electric current. Boys and girls, we need to know about the classification of electric current. Now, classification of electric current. Electric current mainly two types. The first one is AC current, and the second one is DC current. So the first one is here AC current, and the second one is here DC current. Then I'm going to discuss about AC current. So what is called this AC current? AC current. Now boys and girls, here AC is the abbreviation form. A means alternating and C means current. Boys and girls, here A means alternating and C means current. So here AC means alternating current. What does it mean? The electrical current that changes its direction. I repeat, the electrical current that changes its direction with respect to time is called AC current. Say, I'm going to discuss about that type of current which can change its direction with respect to time. Say, I'm going to show a graph. Say, in this segment, time is given, time is t, and in this segment, AC current is given. So AC current is given, and this O. So from this graph, we can say that this AC current continuously changes its direction with respect to time. Now boys and girls, the definition of AC current, that is the electric current that changes its direction with respect to time, is called AC current. Now boys and girls, some characteristics or behavior of AC current. At first you see that this AC current this AC current changes its direction. This is first behavior. This AC current changes its direction with time. In Bangladesh, the AC current that we use, it can change its direction 50 times per second. That means in 1 second time, our country's AC current changes its direction at 50 times in 1 second time. For the case of USA, it changes its direction 60 times in 1 second time. 60 times in 1 second time. Next step, I will discuss about AC current source. AC current source. Boys and girls, the national power grid supplies us AC current. Say DESA, DESCO, this company supplies us the current. These current are normally AC current. So in our household purpose, the main steam current that we use here, that is AC current. In second step, you can say that AC generator is another source of AC current, and you already know that the another name of generator is dynamo. So AC generator or AC dynamo is the another source of AC current. Then the power plant, say thermoelectric power plant, say hydroelectric power plant, say atomic power plant, say quick rental power plant. So this power plant supplies us mainly AC current. So the electrical current that we use in our house, those are basically AC current. Now I'm going to discuss about DC current. DC current. So the DC current, here D means direct, C means current. So direct current, that means the electrical current which can change its direction with respect to time is called DC current. The electrical current which can change its direction with respect to time is called DC current. So for example, this is a graph of DC current. In this segment there is a time t, and in this segment there is the DC current. DC current. So this DC current doesn't change its direction with time. So for the flow of time, this DC current doesn't change its direction. Okay. So this DC current flows in same direction, same straight line direction. Okay. It doesn't change its direction. In next step, we need to know about the DC current source. Boys and girls, remember the sector, the electrical sector that use battery, like mobile phone, like your watch, like the remote control car, like remote, or the battery that you use, those are mainly DC current. So the main source of DC current are the battery. Second, we can say that there are some DC dynamo or generator. So those are also called DC generator or DC dynamo. Okay, these are main two sources of DC current. In next step, boys and girls, in next step, we are going to discuss about the difference of AC current and DC current. The difference of AC current and DC current. Now we need to prepare a table. This is the last topic in my today's lecture. I need to prepare a table. Say this is the table. Then I need to prepare. This is the table. In this segment, this is DC current. In this segment, this is AC current. Okay. Now, the first point is here, definition. We need to give the definition here. That is, the first one is the definition. The electric current electric current which remains same or which does not change its direction is called DC current. In next step, we are going to give the definition of AC current. So, AC current, that is the electric current which changes its direction with time is called AC current. Next point, we will give the source of AC as well as DC current. Source. The main source of DC current is electric battery or cell. Electric battery or cell. Here the main source of AC current is electrical power plant. In next step, we will give a graph of AC current and DC current. So graph of DC current, that is, in this segment this is time, and this segment this is DC current. So the graph is a straight line. Now the source of the graph of AC current, this is AC current source, this time t, and this is AC current. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for watching this lecture. Boys and girls, I'm going to start my class for class 11 physics. I'm going to start my class from chapter number 2, and that is vector chapter. In the vector chapter, I'm going to start a new topic, that is laws of parallelogram. Before starting this law, I'm going to start the statement of these laws of parallelogram. Boys and girls, the statement, you see here, at a particular time, if two vectors are acting at one edge of a parallelogram, then diagonal of that particular parallelogram is the resultant of two vectors. Boys and girls, remember there are two conditions here. One is two vectors are acting at a fixed point, and second condition is here, two vectors are acting at the same time. So by maintaining these two conditions, we can apply these laws of parallelogram. You see, boys and girls, here a parallelogram is given, that is O A B C. This is parallelogram. OABC, this is a parallelogram. Along OA point of this parallelogram, there is a vector is acting here. That is vector P. And along OB point, there another vector is acting here. That is vector Q. So vector P is acting along OA, vector Q is acting along OB at a fixed time, at a particular time, and at a fixed point, that is point O. This is one edge of a parallelogram. Then diagonal OC of that parallelogram will give you the resultant of these two vector P and vector Q. So we can say that according to this law, OC vector will equal to OA vector plus OB vector. This is the vector. Okay. So you can say here vector R is nothing but summation of vector P plus vector Q. Equation number 1. If I ask you, boys and girls, you already learned the laws of triangle in class 9-10. Okay? So don't you think that this law is nothing but the laws of triangle? Then justify this. We can justify that this laws of parallelogram is another phase of laws of triangle. Then let's show this. Boys and girls, in triangle AOC, if we apply laws of triangle, that is, if two vector of a triangle, so OA plus AC, indicate two vector at same direction, then the third arm of the triangle indicate the resultant of these two vector. So according to this law, you can say that OA plus AC will equal to OC. Boys and girls, OA plus AC will equal to OC. Here OA is nothing but a vector quantity, AC is also a vector quantity, OC is also a vector quantity. So you can say that OA plus AC, this will equal to OC. So OC can be replaced by OA, and here AC. Here AC is nothing but OB, since these two are the two parallel arms of a parallelogram. That's why AC is replaced by OC. So OB. So AC is replaced by here OB. Here OC is vector R will equal to vector P plus vector Q. So this laws of parallelogram is nothing but laws of triangle. I repeat, this laws of parallelogram is nothing but laws of triangle. Okay? Now I'm going to find out the magnitude of this resultant vector. Magnitude means what? This magnitude means the value of this resultant vector. So I have to find out the value of this resultant vector. You see, boys and girls, I have to draw a perpendicular line from point C to the extended part of OA. From point C to the extended part of OA. That is, at point D, CD is a perpendicular line on OD. Since there is a perpendicular line, that's why this angle is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. Is nothing but, say this beta is 90 degree. Then, boys and girls, can I say that here OCD is a right angle triangle? Here OCD is a right angle triangle? Obviously, why not? So in this triangle OCD, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. That is, OC square will be equal to OD square plus CD square. Boys and girls, OC square will be equal to OD square plus CD square. Now OC is R square. Now OD is two part. One is OA plus AD. OD will equal to OA plus AD. So I can say that this OD will equal to OA plus AD whole square plus then CD square. Now in this segment, A square plus B square will equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square plus CD square. Now boys and girls, can I write down here OA will equal to vector P, the magnitude of this vector P. Boys and girls, here OA is the magnitude of this vector P. So OA is replaced by vector P and there is a square there, and then you see AD square plus CD square. This function can be replaced by AC square, the smaller triangle ACD. You see AD square plus CD square. AD square plus CD square will be equal to AC square, will be equal to AC square. So this is replaced by AC square plus 2 into OA, that is P into AD. Now I can write down here P square plus Q square plus 2P into AD. Now I'm going to find out the value of AD. You see boys and girls, here a smaller triangle ACD. ACD is also a right angle triangle, and you can apply Pythagoras theorem here. So AC square, no, I can find out AD by using Pythagoras theorem. But in this case, you see the value of AC is Q is known value. The value of AD is unknown value. So AD is the base and AC is the hypotenuse. So I can apply here cos ratio. So if I apply here cos alpha, because this angle and this angle are also equal, so if I apply cos alpha, then can I say that it will equal to base divided by hypotenuse. So here base AD will equal to AC cos alpha. AC equal to Q and then cos alpha. So you can say that PQ then cos alpha. Now the resultant vector R will equal to root over P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos alpha. So this is the value of resultant vector, or this is the magnitude of resultant vector. Boys and girls, this is the value or magnitude of resultant vector. In next segment, I need to know about the direction of resultant vector. So in next step, I am going to know about the direction of resultant vector. So boys and girls, this resultant vector R makes an angle theta with horizontal line. Theta with horizontal line. So R makes an angle theta with horizontal line OA. Theta. This theta is the direction of this resultant vector. So how can I find out this? You see, boys and girls, here triangle COD is a right angle triangle, and in this right angle triangle I want to find out the direction of R, and this direction makes an angle with base. So I need to take a ratio. Listen to me. I need to take a ratio so that I can find out all of these quantities, theta especially, on the basis of given P and Q. Here P and Q. So that's why P is acting along base and Q is maybe acting along vertical line. I can convert AC into CD along vertical line. So because of this vertical line and horizontal line, I can take here tan theta. So tan theta. Tan theta will be called perpendicular by base. Now tan theta is CD divided by CD divided by OD. OD can be converted into OA plus AD, and CD is CD. Now, boys and girls, you see here OA is a known value, that is P. Here CD is an unknown value, and here AD is also unknown value. So I have to find out this CD and AD. So CD standing at the smaller triangle ACD. CD, and here the known value is Q. So perpendicular and hypotenuse. I must take here sine ratio. So sine alpha will equal to CD divided by AC. So CD will equal to here AC sine alpha. AC equal to Q sine alpha. And then boys and girls, in next segment I have to find out the value of AD. So boys and girls, AD is the base, and in this smaller triangle hypotenuse is known. So I have to consider the ratio in between base and hypotenuse. That's why I have to consider cos ratio, cos alpha, and this cos alpha will be base by hypotenuse AC. So here AD will equal to AC cos alpha. Now AC equal to Q, then cos alpha. So you already know about the value of CD and AD. Now put down that value into this equation. CD is converted into Q sine alpha divided by P plus Q cos alpha. Now I can say that tan theta will equal to Q sine alpha divided by P plus Q cos alpha. This theta is the direction of resultant vector. Okay, now I'm going to know what is the maximum value of resultant vector, and then what is the minimum value of resultant vector. So maximum value of resultant vector. Maximum value of this resultant vector, that is maximum value of this resultant vector. Okay, now you already know about the value of resultant vector, and resultant vector R will equal to root root over p square plus q square plus 2pq cos alpha. You know, boys and girls, here p and q are fixed. So this r basically depends on the value of alpha. When the value of cos alpha is maximum, I repeat, when the value of cos alpha is maximum, the resultant vector is also maximum. Now, the maximum value of cos alpha equal to 1. So, I can write down here p square plus q square plus 2pq for cos alpha will equal to 1 and alpha will equal to cos inverse 1, that is 0 degree. So when p and q are acting along same direction, then you can say that resultant vector is maximum. In this segment, you see root over p square plus q square plus twice pq is nothing but p plus q whole square and whole root over will equal to p plus q. Now I can say that resultant vector r will equal to p plus q. This is the maximum value, in short r max, of resultant vector. This is the maximum value, in short r max, of resultant vector. My today's last topic, that is, how to know the minimum value of resultant vector. The minimum value of resultant vector. Boys and girls, you see, r will equal to root over p square plus q square plus 2pq cos alpha. So maximum and minimum, those value, these two value depends on the resultant vector r. These two value depends on the resultant vector r. Okay? So here cos alpha, the minimum value of this cos alpha equal to 0. For which case alpha will equal to cos inverse 0. That's why 90 degree. So at 90 degree, what? When p and q are acting at an angle 90 degree, then the resultant vector becomes minimum. Now I can say that root over p square plus q square, then no, the minimum value is not 0. The minimum value is minus 1. So if you consider minus 1, if you consider this minus 1, then that is 180 degree or pi. 180 degree or pi. So then plus 2pq cos 180 degree. Okay, then you can say that here p square plus q square plus 2pq and then minus 1. So the total value is here p minus q whole square. So when p is greater than q, you can say here the resultant p difference of q. Why I write down this difference of q? Because in this segment, boys and girls, in this segment, here if p is greater than q, then the result becomes p minus q. If q is greater than p, then the result becomes q minus p. So in short, you can say r minimum should be p minus q or q minus p. All of you, thank you very much. Keep studying at home and stay safe. Thank you. Boys and girls, and we will start another class on the basis of the mathematical problem on Ohm's law. I am discussing chapter 9, electric circuit and current electricity on science book, applicable for class 8. Now boys and girls, in this lecture I am going to discuss some mathematical problem on Ohm's law. Let's start. Math number 1. This is an electric circuit. It is given. Here, voltage V is 20 volt. This is point A and this point B. Here resistance R is 10 ohm. In this path, here I amount of electric current flows through. This is the positive terminal of the battery and this is the negative terminal of the battery. We are going to solve two mathematical questions on the basis of this step. One is question number A. Calculate conductance of this circuit. Question number A. And now question number B. That is, if applied voltage is double, then do you think current is double? Current is double. Explain mathematically. Explain mathematically. Now, boys and girls, I am going to start to solve question number A. Calculate conductance of this circuit. Here given that here resistance R equal to 10 ohm, and I am to calculate conductance G equal to what? Conductance G equal to what? You already know that. We know that conductance equal to 1 by resistance. Now, conductance is replaced by G, resistance is replaced by 1 by R. If I put the value of R, then it becomes 1 by 10, that is 0.1 ohm inverse. So conductance of this resistance is of this say circuit is 0.1 ohm inverse. Now, boys and girls, the next step, there is another question. If applied voltage is double, then do you think electric current is double? So we will find out this. At first, you need to know how much amount of electric current or what amount of electric current flows through this circuit in previous voltage. In previous voltage, I have to find out the electric current I at first, and then when the voltage is double, that means when the voltage is 20 into 2, 40 volt. When the voltage is 20 into 2, 40 volt, and for that 40 volt, I want to find out the current of this circuit, and I have to show that that current is double than that of this given current I. Let's start. Let's start question number B. So, if here given information, so given that R equal to 10 ohm and V equal to 20 volt. And I want to know about electrical current I, and that I equal to what? I'm going to say that we know that electric current I will equal to V divided by R. So here V equal to 20 volt, R equal to 10 ohm. So the total current is here 2 ampere current flows through this circuit. I repeat, totally 2 ampere current flows through this circuit. So this is the circuit current, that is 2 ampere. Now, I will impose the condition that is given in the question. That is, if the applied voltage is double. Here, if the applied voltage is double. So, when the applied voltage is double, then the new voltage V1 will equal to 2 into V will equal to 2 into 20 equal to 40 volt, and then new current I1 will equal to V by R, V1 divided by R. Here R is remaining same, so V equal to 40 and R equal to 10 will be 4 ampere. Now what's in this? You see, here the current is double than that of its previous current, but you need to show this. You need to show here I1 is double than that of I. So the ratio of I1 to I will equal to 4 by 2 will equal to 2. So I1 will be 2 into I. Therefore, you can say that if applied voltage is double, therefore you can say that if applied voltage is double, then what? Electric current is also double. If applied voltage is double, then electric current is also double here. Now, I'm going to give you a homework similar to question number 1. So your homework is W. Here R is say 20 and here V is 80 volt. Here V is 80 volt, and for this given information, what's in this? For this given information, you are going to solve a creative question, or you are going to solve this mathematical question, question number A and question number B. The question number A is calculate conductance of this circuit, and question number B is if applied voltage is double, then do you think electric current is double? So you can solve this question at home. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Boys and girls, in my today's lecture, I am going to introduce a new topic in class 8 science. That is chapter number 9. The name of the chapter is here, electric current and current electricity. And my today's topic is Ohm's law for class 8. Boys and girls, before starting Ohm's law, we need to know something about Ohm's law. Boys and girls, in my previous lecture, we already know about electric current. Now, boys and girls, I will discuss about resistance. Say resistance. Normally, the electrical property of any material which create obstacles when electricity passing through it. I repeat, normally the electrical property of any material which create obstacles when electricity passing through it is called resistance. Simply, resistance is nothing but the electrical equivalence or the property which doesn't create helping hand, or that creates obstacles or create just a blockade when electricity flows through any conductor. So boys and girls, the resistance is normally symbolized by just like this device or this symbol. So this zigzag path, this path is known as resistance. And resistance normally symbolized by capital R. Capital R. And the unit of resistance is, so unit of resistance is ohm, OHM, and the symbol is here. This is the symbol of ohm and this unit of resistance. So remember, this property, electric property, create obstacles that doesn't help electricity when electricity passing through any conductor. The opposing property of resistance is nothing but conductance. So conductance. So what is called conductance? Conductance is the another electrical property. Boys and girls, conductance is the another electrical property which create a helping hand which helps electricity when electricity passing through any conductor or any kind of electrical wire or any kind of device. So when electricity passing through any kind of device, the property that helps electricity for passing through it is called conductance. So conductance is symbolized by a symbol that is capital G. So capital G is nothing but conductance. So it's nothing but conductance. Now, boys and girls, the unit of conductance. So the unit of conductance. Conductance, which one is? You see, boys and girls, resistance create obstacles for passing through electricity through it. For passing electricity through it. Okay? So resistance creates obstacles, and this conductance helps electricity when electricity passing through it. So these two are the opposing property of electricity. So since the unit of resistance is OHM. That's why the unit of conductance is MHO, just opposite of OHM. Or the symbol is here Ohm inverse, or the symbol is here Ohm inverse. Now I'm going to establish the relation in between conductance and resistance. The relation between conductance and resistance. So I can say that the relation in between G and R. You see, boys and girls, G help electricity, and here R create obstacles when electricity flows through it. Boys and girls, here G help electricity, and here R create obstacles when electricity flows through it. So we can say that here conductance will equal to 1 divided by resistance. In short, we can say that conductance capital G will be equal to 1 divided by R, or we can also say that this is a relation especially, and also say that G into R will equal to 1. This is another relation between conductance and resistance. In next step, boys and girls, in next step we need to discuss about electric voltage or potential. Electric voltage or potential. Now, electric voltage. Say, boys and girls, this is an electrical wire. Electricity flows through this direction, point A to point B. Electricity flows through this direction, point A to point B. So when electricity flows point A to point B, you can say that something at point A, which one is greater than something at point B. Just like water flow, you know that water flows from higher height to lower stream, or upstream to lower stream. So boys and girls, I can give an example just like this. Say there are two containers here. And these two containers are connected through a pipe by using cork. The cork, or here a switch here. In this container, boys and girls, there are huge amount of water here. In this container, there is a small amount of water here. So when you open the tap, when you open this cork, then you can see that water flows from this direction to this particular direction. I repeat, water flows from this direction to this particular direction. Okay, so this is the main nature of water. Water flows from upstream to downstream, higher height to lower height. Just like this behavior, this pattern or this property. Okay, something at point A, which one is greater than something at point B, and that property is called electric voltage or potential. Say for example, electrical voltage at point A is VA, and electrical voltage at point B is here VB. Since electricity flows from point A to point B, what does it mean? Voltage at point A is greater than voltage at point B. I repeat, voltage at point A is greater than voltage at point B. In next step, we are going to know about the unit of electric voltage. is is volt, and its symbol is capital V. Now, boys and girls, now we are ready to discuss about Ohm's law. This is the main topic of my today's lecture. So, Ohm's law. Ohm's law. At first, I need to give a statement of Ohm's law, that is, at a fixed temperature, the electrical current is directly proportional to voltage difference at the two end of any conductor. Now, boys and girls, in next segment, I'm going to give mathematical analysis. Say, boys and girls, this is a resistance, or this is a conductor or device. The value of this resistances here are this point A and this point B. Electric current I flows from point A to point B. Now, voltage at point A, that is VA, voltage at point B, that is here VB. According to the statement, you can say that at a fixed temperature. So, temperature must remain constant here in this case. The electrical current, here I is the electrical current, is directly proportional to voltage difference. What? Voltage difference at the two ends of any conductor. At the two ends of any conductor. So, here the I is the electrical current. The next step, I want to find out voltage difference at the two ends of this conductor. Voltage difference at the two ends of this conductor. Boys and girls, since current flows from point A to point B, it's very clear to you that voltage at point A is greater than voltage at point B. Boys and girls, voltage at point A is greater than voltage at point B. So, voltage difference V will equal to higher voltage to lower voltage. So, VA minus VB. So what? Here VA minus VB is the V. Now, I can apply Ohm's law. So according to the statement of this Ohm's law, I can say that electric current I is directly proportional to voltage difference V. Electrical current I is directly proportional to the voltage difference V. So I can say here I is directly proportional to voltage difference V. Boys and girls, I is directly proportional to voltage difference here V at a fixed temperature. So temperature is fixed at a fixed temperature. Okay, this must be applicable at the case of a fixed temperature. Okay, we can apply this for the case of a fixed temperature. Okay, so this is applicable for a fixed temperature. Now we are going to apply a proportional constant I proportional to G into V. Equation number 1. This is the first equation of electrical current. I equal to main equation of electrical current. Here I equal to G into V. G is a proportional constant, that is called electric conductance. That's called what? Electric conductance. So here G is nothing but electric conductance. And then the opposite property of conductance is resistance. So G equal to 1 by R. We discussed it some minute ago. So if I apply G equal to 1 by R, then we can say that I equal to V divided by R. I equal to V divided by R, or I equal to G into V, or in multiplication form you can say that V equal to I into R. So these are the equation of, boys and girls, these are the equation of electrical current that I am going to apply in mathematical part, in creative question part, in Ohm's law segment. Remember, boys and girls, here V is the voltage difference, here V is the voltage difference, here I is the electrical current, here R is the resistance. Here V is the voltage difference, here I is the electrical current, and here R is the resistance. So this is the main equation of Ohm's law. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks to all.